This is Victoria Christensen with Agile Dragon Group. Today we're going to walk through the difference between CSD Analytics and Birst. So currently I'm logged into our tenant, right? I'm inside of our tenant, where my Cloud Suite distribution, my CSD Analytics, and my Birst are all located, right? So CSD Analytics is your ERP, right, which is considered an app inside of your tenant. So when we click on our navigation menu and we look at where our applications are, right, we have Cloud Suite distribution. So our CSD Analytics, when we go here, this is a different app pointing to a particular space that lives inside of Birst. So CSD Analytics is a Birst space that lives inside of your tenant as well. So here is our CSD Analytics. We can also get to our CSD Analytics in through Birst, right? So if I go and if I close CSD Analytics, I can navigate to Birst. So we went to our CSD Analytics, right? That was the last where we went last. Now we're going to go down to Birst. So when we open Birst, Birst is the application that holds more than one space. As you can see, there are many spaces inside of our tenant, but when we look for our consumer space, which is where our CSD Analytics is, and I go down to my consumer space down here on the bottom, this will open a page that will look very similar, right, to your CSD Analytics. Your CSD Analytics is your user interface so that people can easily navigate to your reporting in your inside of CSD Analytics. So when I go to my consumer space here and I click on dashboards, you will see that this looks exactly the same. It's because it is. That CSD Analytics points to a particular space inside of your application. Maybe the best way to understand this is when we go to OS, where your applications are created, right? It helps you identify kind of how things are done. So when we go over here to Portal and we go to CSD Analytics, you'll notice that this says it is the logical ID there says it's Birst, right? When we go to our custom parameters, you'll also notice here that we have it's identified with a Birst space, right? And then there is a Birst ID, PID. So this is kind of like your tenant address, right? So this is kind of identifies your tenant, and this points to the location of this space. So when we look at the difference between Birst and that CSD Analytics, it will point to, also says it's part of Birst, right? When we go to our custom parameters, it does not have same IDs, ID, PID, exact same value, right? But our Birst space ID is blank. And it is blank because it is not pointing directly to one of the many spaces that are available inside of your Birst application inside of your tenant, right? So we can go to all of our spaces. So it only points to, CSD Analytics points to one of many spaces. Birst application points to all of your spaces. So I hope this helps you understand the difference between what Birst is and what CSD Analytics is.
Like this video? See it and others like it in the Dragon Den. The Dragon Den is Agile Dragon Group's free Birst community and knowledge base. Just follow the QR code on your screen and apply for access. I look forward to seeing you in the den. Have a good day.